Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Country Roads by Nancy Herkness, performed by Shannon McManus. To Maxine Cumin, who made me feel like a real writer. Chapter 1. Julia Castillo hurled the lug wrench into the tall, dusty weeds by the side of Interstate 64. The odor of tar being cooked out of the asphalt by the midday sun made her cough. Wasn't it supposed to be cooler up here in the misty blue mountains of West Virginia? She kicked the flat tire on the rusty old Chevy Suburban twice. If her Uncle Carlos could see her now, he would frown and shake his head, since this just proved his conviction she wasn't safe out in the real world. Thank God he wasn't here. Before she could prevent herself, she focused her gaze on a nearby pine tree, checking for any waviness in her vision. "Stop it," she muttered. She had driven all the way here without any sign of trouble, despite the stress. She didn't need to start doubting herself just because she had a flat tire. Julia raked her fingers through the tangled mass of her red hair, trying to think what to do next. Her prepaid cell phone had run down its battery while searching for a signal en route. She'd left the one her uncle had given her in her studio because she was pretty sure it was possible to track people through their cell phones. Or that might be one of those things you saw on television that wasn't true. Either way, she wasn't taking any chances because she didn't want her uncle knowing where she was. As frustrated as she was with him, she preferred not to hurt him unnecessarily, and he would be very wounded by her current mission. Squinting at the green and white sign at the top of the long uphill slope of the highway, she tried to read how many miles it was to Sanctuary. It was a single digit, but she couldn't tell if it was a 3 or an 8. She could walk 3, but not 8, not in this heat. The problem was her junk heap of an SUV had one door that wouldn't lock, and her paintings were too big to carry that far. She didn't care if thieves helped themselves to everything else in the car, but it would kill her to lose those paintings. Scanning the landscape around her, she searched for a house or a store. All she could see was a river snaking under the bridge just behind her, and a lot of green trees marching up the mountainsides. 4 vehicles sped past her in loud rushes of hot, gritty air. She wasn't sure whether to be grateful not to have to worry about accepting help from a
Sample complete. Ready to continue?